You can recommend more on those. Okay. So to develop the Selenium, to install Selenium, what are the softwares are required? Eclipse, Java and TestNG, and WebDriver.exe, exe file, and fourth one is browser. Browsers means it could be Chrome, Firefox, IE, Edge browser, Safari browser, or Opera browser, any of the browsers. So to execute our Selenium programs, so what is meant by automation testing means you will write some script in Selenium. Okay. So launch application URL. So first the command you have written launch application URL. For the first command you have written launch browser. Browser had been opened. Launch application URL. So whichever application URL that you want to invoke, just you will specify. So that in the browser application URL will be invoked. And after that, you will be navigated to login page. Enter username. You have written a command. Enter password. You have written a command in your scripting. Click on login button. You have written a one more command. So whatever commands are executing, so each and every action it will be performed on the browser automatically. Okay, you have written some set of commands. Launch browser. Browser has been opened. Launch application URL. Application URL is invoked in the same browser. Okay, you are able to see login page. Enter username. You have written in a command. Username entered. Password entered. Click on login button. Login button click. Okay, and navigate to admin page. So you are clicking on admin page. Okay. So whatever commands that you have written in the scripting part, it will be automatically executed. No need of manual intervention. Suppose you have given some set of commands in the program, so that all these actions can be performed automatically, invoking the browser automatically. So just you have written some automation script and you click the run button. So browser is launched automatically. Okay. And it's launching application URL, username, password, login button is clicking automatically. So like this process, we can call it as a automation testing. You no need to take snapshots manually. Once script is executed, the relevant snapshots and everything can be captured in a Word document. That process called automation testing. So to automate any of the functionalities, these are the 4 softwares needs to be installed. One is Eclipse. Eclipse means it is an editor. Eclipse means it is an editor where we will write our Selenium programs. See, Notepad is an editor to write some content. Okay. So to write your programs, people will use Eclipse. To write Selenium programs, people will use Eclipse is the editor. And Java and TestNG are the supporting softwares. Okay. Supporting softwares needs to be installed on your system. And WebDriver.exe, this is an exe file. Okay. This is an exe file we have to download. Okay. So for Chrome browser, you have to download ChromeDriver.exe. For IE browser, you need to download IE WebDriver.exe file. For Firefox browser, you need to download Safari WebDriver.exe file. For Opera browser, you need to download Opera WebDriver.exe file. Okay. So for every web browser, there is a separate WebDriver.exe is available. Okay. In order to execute your Selenium programs, you must have to download corresponding WebDriver.exe file. So now let's understand how this architecture it works. Suppose you have written Selenium program in Eclipse. Okay, you have written Selenium program in Eclipse. So program contains some set of commands. So every request it will go to WebDriver.exe. WebDriver.exe. WebDriver.exe means if it is a Chrome driver, WebDriver.exe. The request, it will be forwarded to Chrome browser. Okay. So the each and every command, first it will go to WebDriver.exe, and WebDriver.exe will forward that every instruction to the Chrome browser. If we want to execute our program on IE browser, the request, it will go to IE WebDriver.exe, and IE WebDriver.exe will forward every request to IE browser. So in such a way, the WebDriver, it will act. Okay. So that's why WebDriver, we can call it as a mediator or interface between Selenium program and browser. Okay. So whatever commands it is coming, so the the request, it will go to the WebDriver.exe, and after that WebDriver.exe forwards every request to Chrome browser, like that. So like that WebDriver architecture, it will work. So that's why WebDriver we are calling as a mediator or interface. And last one is browsers. Anyway, by default, in order to execute your program, these browsers, it has to configure on your system. Chrome browser, IE browser, Safari browser. These are the things it has to be ready. Okay. So to install Selenium, so where we will write our Selenium programs? In the Eclipse editor. And Java and TestNG supporting libraries has to be installed. And WebDriver.exe, you need to download. If you want to run your programs on Chrome browser, you must have to download Chrome driver WebDriver.exe. If you want to run your programs on IE browser, you must have to write IE WebDriver.exe. So for every web browser, there is a corresponding WebDriver.exe file is available. Clear the point, everyone? So that's it. So these are the things we understood. So 4 softwares required. It's an editor. We will write, launch the Chrome browser. It's software that needs to be downloaded, exe file. Okay, that's what we understood. So in Eclipse, we are writing our Selenium program. So like that. Okay. Now let's come back to the next point. Okay. Okay. So today's class, we will understand some automation concepts. Okay. So how to automate a login page? This is the scenario I want to do in automation. So we need to understand some basic concepts. Before automating any of the website, you need to understand some basics. Let's understand that. Guys, this, okay, one second. In my system, all these 4 softwares already installed, all these 4 softwares. So if you want to launch Eclipse, once Eclipse is installed, the desktop icon, it can be created, or you can open from here also, Eclipse, like this. Eclipse, okay, and click on here so that Eclipse will be launched like this. Okay, one software is installed. Anyway, in the 6th class, I will tell you how to install all these 4 softwares. See, this is a open source demo Orange HRM live application. Okay, this is a website. This is a website. We are going to do all automation practice and labs and everything on this website only. So let's see this website. See, this is the website I have navigated. In the browser, I invoked this application URL and I am able to see login page, username, password, and login button. Okay, so let me enter the details here. Username had been given admin and password admin123, and I'm clicking on login button. This is a HR management sample application. Okay, so this is the website only. We will do automation practice. Generally, across world, people will use for automation practice. This is the website only people will use for automation practice purpose. All labs, people will use this application. Just like Amazon, Flipkart, this is one of the famous website for automation practice. Okay, so now let's go to the logout, and I'm doing logout. So I have navigated to login page. Okay, so in this login page, this is a text field and password is a text field and login is a button. So here username is a text field I am telling. Password is a text field I am telling. Login button, it's a button I am telling. And here you are able to see forgot your password. This we can call it as an hyperlink. So this is the terminology we will be used in web application. Hyperlink means if you are clicking on a link, it is redirecting to some another page. That is called hyperlink. So generally developers, to enter the information, people will use input text fields, and to perform any of the buttons, developers, they will develop buttons, and generally people will use hyperlinks like that. And this one we can call it as a label, means what is the content it has to display. So this is a label information. Labels means to understand what does the meaning of that purpose. Okay, so see here username, this is a label and this is a label. So but in Selenium terminology, everything we can call it as a web element. Okay, I won't call this one is a text field. I won't call this one is a text field. I will call it as a web element, password web element. And this is a login web element. Forgot your password, this is a web element. Everything we can call it as a single terminology called web element. Got the point? Okay, let me note down that point. So if you see any of the page, whatever you are seeing, everything we can call it as a web element. Every web element, it contains some properties information. So what is that? ID, second one name, third one XPath. These things it contains. Okay, so first we can discuss about a web element. Every web element, it contains some ID and name. First we can discuss about that. So username, this is a web element. Okay, so I'm right clicking on this web element and I'm clicking on inspect. See here, name is equal to username, it had been given. Are able to see, right? Name is equal to, okay, let me. Name is equal to username, you are able to see. So whenever, sorry, whenever you will do right click on a particular web element, suppose if I am doing right click and I am clicking on inspect. So on the right hand side, you will see this is the text field, this is the input field highlighted. So this is the code had been written by developer. Name is equal to what it is showing? Username. Name is equal to username. So like this, it had been given. And is there any ID had been described? ID is equal to, no, he has not given. And let's come back to password, right click and click on inspect. One second. Hello. Okay, నేను చిన్న మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నా, నేను కాల్ చేస్తాను. So ikkada, so we had name is equal to password had been given. Okay, let's take that. name is equal to. So for every web element, it contains ID or name. If the developer will give ID is equal to uname like this, we can take that one. Okay, developer will give either ID or name. So here ID. But developer had not given ID. He had given only name is equal to. Okay. And similarly, we will check for login also. Right click on inspect. Had name has been given or not? There is no name. Okay. Here type is equal to, class is equal to. That's it. It has not given ID or name. Okay. In that case, for this web element, we need to take copy XPath. Okay, I will tell you about XPath later. Okay, sometimes the developer he won't give either ID or name. Then we can locate that particular web element based on XPath. How to locate the web element based on XPath, I will tell you slowly. So that means we understood for every web element. So whatever you are seeing on every web page, username, password, login button, any of the thing, we can call it as a web element. Every web element, it contains information. ID is equal to, name is equal to, like that. Okay, so we can locate a web element, means we can identify a web element based on its ID, based on its name, based on its XPath, like that. Okay, so by using these web elements, okay, we can locate the web elements. Locating means while your script is executing, suppose you want to enter some value. Okay, so first we need to know what is the web element, what is the ID of that particular web element, what is the ID of, what is the name of that particular web element. So like that we have to know. Okay, now let's come back to the points. Okay, so we understood for every web element it contains some ID, name, XPath information it contains. Okay, how to inspect the XPath I will tell you slowly. Okay. Okay, now let's come back to the Eclipse part. So this is called Eclipse, guys. Okay, I think this tool is new to everyone. Don't worry. Okay, on the left hand side, whatever you are seeing, we can call it as a projects. How to create these projects, I will tell you later. Okay, let us assume the project had been already created. The project name is Orange HRM 11. Okay, it has been already created. I will tell you how to create the project in the tomorrow's class. Okay, so I'm expanding this project. So whenever project got created, all these folder structure, it will come automatically. All these folder structure inside this project. Once project got created. Okay, right. And mainly the main project folder is SRC test Java. So I'm expanding that one. See here, whatever you are seeing, all these things we can call it as a labs. See, I have created a labs day 001, day 002 Java concepts, day 003 locators concept, day 004 drop down, how to handle a drop down, how to select the values. So like that, we have labs of 45 labs, I told you. So so these are the 45 labs as part of this course we are going to learn. Okay, so now, so whatever you are seeing under SRC test Java, these all things we can call it as a package. Package means nothing but a folder. Suppose in your C drive, you will create a folder. Okay, sports, books, and some folders you will create. So each folder represents corresponding related group items you can keep separately to understand your purpose. So like that only in the project also, we have to create a package. Package is nothing but a folder. Okay, see how to create a package I will tell you now. Okay, this is the basic thing we need to understand. So on the SRC test Java, just we can do right click and go to new and click on package. Okay, I'm clicking on package. Okay, so I'm going to create ABCD underscore day 01. So here I am giving the package name as abcd underscore day 01. I'm clicking on finish. See, this is the package name got just now it's got created. Okay. So like this, we can create a packages like that. Suppose if I want to create one more package, just right click, go to new, click on package. ABCD underscore day 02. Second package name I'm creating. And I'm clicking on finish. See, this is the second package name got created. Means it is nothing but just like a folder. Okay. A package contains some several Java class files. Okay. So a Java class file or a testng class file. We will write our Selenium program in a testng class. Okay, we will write our Selenium program in a Java class file. So first I will tell you how to create a testng class file, because we have to write a set of driver commands, set of commands in a testng class file. Okay, let me tell you how to create a testng class file under this folder or under this package. So to create a testng class file, you need to right click and go to testng and click on create testng class like this. Okay, and I'm clicking on create testng class, and here the class name I am giving tc01 underscore login. I want to automate the page as login page, so I'm writing tc01 underscore login and I'm clicking on finish. So tc01 underscore login, that is the testng Java class file will be created. I'm clicking on finish. See, this package name now it contains tc01 underscore login.java. So this is a testng class file had been created. So this is the file had been created and this code had been populated automatically. Okay, so I'm closing this one. And I can create one more testng class file also. You can write each program, we can represent separate test case, separate functional flow. So I can create one more testng class. So right click, go to testng and click on create testng class. So here I need to give my test tc02 underscore login. So second name I'm giving, I should not use same name. So I'm giving different name and I'm clicking on finish. See, tc02 underscore login.java class file had been created, and this one is automatically, this code was generated automatically under tcd02 login.java class file. And I'm closing this one. And similarly, we can create n number of testng class files. So so this is one testng class, this is another testng class, this is third testng class. If you want to see the content of this one, just double click on this, so you can able to see. So in this program, so each one is a separate program. In this program, we will write some set of commands, launch browser, okay, enter application URL, enter username, enter password, login button. These commands we will write in this testng class. Got the point? So now we understood how to create a testng class file. Suppose if you want to create a Java class file, you can create, right click, go to new and class. Okay, so you can create, right click, go to new and class. So here I am creating